Hey, this is Anthony Wang. It's just a video diary of my journey through eczema. You can't tell it on my face, but a little bit on my face. I have eczema all over my face, which cleared up with Protopic. So I'll begin with my story. So the first about when COVID started, I had a eczema on my inner thighs and things like that. And so I went to my family doctor and they prescribed me some steroid medication. Um, so I used that. So after that, it just came back with the fury, and it kept coming back and kept coming back. And then I moved up. Eventually, I moved up to mometasone furoate, which is like a medium potency corticosteroid. And then afterwards, used it for a couple months, and it would get better for like a month or two, and then eventually it would get worse. And then afterwards, that I would take clobetasol. And then after I took clobetasol, I used clobetasol for maybe 3 or 4 months after that. And then again, the same things where it would get better and then it would get worse. And then I started getting eczema on my face and my armpits and my groin area, yeah, it was just everywhere, right? And so for the sensitive parts, I would in my face and my scalp, on my armpits, near my genitals, right? I would be using Protopic. And the reason being is because corticosteroids are very damaging to any skin fold areas, and there is something called topical corticosteroid withdrawal. And there's also something that almost every eczema patient knows that if you put corticosteroids on any skin folds, you end up getting these kind of like pins, these red pins, and it's like very painful, and it's just as itchy, just as everything as well. So yeah, so for the sensitive parts, Protopic, and then clobetasol for the other parts, right? So that's like my arms and my legs and my back and um, everywhere, right? Everywhere, pretty much. Um, and so that progressed for like a good 4 or 5 months, um, into the new year. From like 2028 all the way to 2021 ish, and now uh, into the new year now. Uh, I think about 3 months ago, I moved to Calgary from Toronto to Calgary, and obviously the climate here is like disastrous apparently for eczema patients. But it was just as bad as it was in Toronto versus here. I think my case is system wide, much very more serious than other people's, and so um, yeah, I think that if you have eczema, definitely you have to go see a dermatologist. Don't go to a general practitioner or um, go to like a family doctor or walk-in clinic. It just won't help. They're just not specialized in those medications. All they'll do is they'll say that, oh, you have skin rashes, so we'll say that you have eczema, and eczema is really just a loose definition of you have a rash on your skin, and we don't know what the fuck it is. We don't know what is causing it, but we're just going to give you some band-aid kind of solutions, which are corticosteroids, which will calm down your skin for about a good amount of time until your body gets used to it. And even now you can see I'm itching because I'm just itching 24/7. um, so after that, after the clobetasol and the Protopic, I literally today, the reason why I'm making this video is because today is the first day that um, uh, I've been in prep. Well, today's the first day I've taken methotrexate. And for those who don't know, methotrexate is an immunosuppressant instead of like Protopic, which is immunomodulator. Um, and what happens is methotrexate will try to effectively modify my immune system so that I don't have eczema all over. Um, Day one today is it's still itchy. Yesterday night I slept maybe an hour and a half. Not great. And yeah, pretty much I guess the point of this video is just to kind of document how I'm feeling today. Um, so today uh, I got up at like 4 a.m. in the morning. I tried to do some work during the 4 a.m. to like about 8 a.m. Then I tried to go take a nap. Skin was burning the entire time when I was trying to sleep. I maybe got, so now it's like 3 p.m. now, so I went from 8 p.m. to 3 p.m. I tried to sleep. Very intermittent kind of sleep. Waking up every 20 minutes, scratching every 20 minutes, just burning, right? Needing to switch positions because if I slept in a certain position too long, it would just burn like hell, and then it just enough to bother me to wake me up and then make me shift. It really didn't help at all, but just burning and burning, burning. So pretty shitty sleep until 3 p.m. And then finally I took my first dose of methotrexate. So um, I literally took it like maybe 40 minutes ago. So I think I don't feel nauseous yet. Um, I know that 50 to 60% of patients who take methotrexate will have some type of nausea, and I know there's a myriad of other side effects. So methotrexate is not to be taken if you can get your eczema under control through corticosteroids and immunosuppressant topicals like Protopic, right? Um, but I guess again, coming back to the reason why I'm making this video is because just to kind of do a video diary and kind of explain my story and my journey. I'll post some pictures after this right now, like just show you like how bad my eczema is. And yeah, for anybody out there who is suffering from eczema and who is, um, really having their lives completely disrupted by this terrible kind of disease and how itchy and how awful it is, and just know that you're not alone, and you have options out there, and you have to see the specialist. You have to present your case. You can't sugarcoat it and can't be acting tough and saying that, oh yeah, it's not a big deal and blah blah blah, until it's too late, until you're like me in my situation where you're not eating methotrexate. Back when I was in Toronto, at the first signs of atopic dermatitis, I had it all over my armpits and my groin and everything like that, and it was really bad, really really bad. It wasn't really responding well to Protopic, and so I was actually a candidate for a biologic, most likely Dupexent at the time, but I didn't take it because I was scared that I didn't want to take an injectable. I don't want to use needles and things like that, just because I was hesitant, and now I kind of regret that decision, right? So just understand that there are topicals right now that haven't changed for the last like 30 years, which is corticosteroids and Protopic, right? And the new stuff that's coming out now, which is like the immunosuppressants, sorry, there's a fly in the room. So the other stuff that's like the key immunomodulators, so like things like Dupexent or even immunosuppressants like methotrexate, right? Those are options for you. Although methotrexate is very old as well, but it's one of the immunosuppressants that you can take. There's other ones called like cyclosporin. I'm sure there's other ones. I would refer to you guys to watch a YouTuber called Jeffery Lin. He is pretty much alert to everything, and he has very good informative videos on different types of immunosuppressants. And then at least from that, you can glean the names, and you can read up on studies by yourself on any kind of academic literature. But yeah, I know looking at the time, is a pretty long video. But I just kind of want to explain my situation. Probably subsequent videos won't be as long. But yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty good. I don't feel nauseous yet. Like again, like if you have eczema, just go seek a doctor. Go to a dermatologist. Work with an allergist as well to know what your triggers are in order to avoid them. Because once you get triggered and you get a flare up, it's hell on earth, right? Like literally this morning, I got up. Burning everywhere, right? And it's so dry, and like you put on lotion, and the lotion just literally becomes dust, and it's terrible, right? And then you try to take a shower, and you come out of the shower, and you end up burning for 3 hours, right? And you can't sit down, you can't do anything for your life, right? So eczema at this stage, and severe eczema like mine, it is the eczema being such a goddamn catch-all term, right? For just being a little patch or everywhere, right? People will just say, "Oh, you have eczema. Okay, I guess it's just itchy. Stop scratching," right? And they don't understand that if you have severe eczema like mine, you can't. It's literally everywhere. Imagine that you're the most itchy you've ever been, and then all over your body 24/7, and it's dry, and you have no recourse. And if you scratch, it gets worse. But the moment you scratch, it's the only relief that you ever experience throughout the entire day. And so obviously you're going to scratch. It's almost like you have no choice. So for those of you who know people with severe eczema, I encourage you to have a little bit of more empathy or understanding to understand that the case that they have is not a small case of, oh, you just have a little bit itching. Even if it's just a little bit of a patch, it's very difficult to deal with eczema, especially because there's triggers, and it makes you so itchy, and it's just so ridiculously terrible. So yeah, I encourage you to have some empathy and don't just summarily judge another person as being, oh, you're just weak-willed. No, in fact, we have one of the strongest wills on the planet because we're dealing with itching 24/7, shitty sleep, and we're still going. We're still doing the same work you're doing. We still get up. We still go buy groceries. Still take care of our kids. So yeah, like it's just a level of extra difficulty, right? And so to not understand that is just to be ignorant. And yeah, if anybody who has eczema out there and is afraid people are going to judge you or anything like that, I would say don't worry about that. Just manage your symptoms. Care about yourself. Do the best you possibly can do with the energy that you do have throughout the day, and um, don't try to not let it stop you. Push yourself to do better things. And the reason being is because if you can train yourself now to do things that you don't like, um, even during the times that you feel terrible, just imagine what happens when you're done, when you're not feeling this way, and you do find the proper treatment, and now you become a money making machine or a super productive person doing stuff that you love, right? So don't give up. Find a dermatologist. Um, Work with an allergist. Work with specialists if you can. And even if you find not the right dermatologist, sometimes some dermatologists are shitty, right? You just have to change them. So that's pretty much from me, and yeah, I'll update you guys next tomorrow and see how I'm feeling, and hopefully I don't have the terrible side effects of nausea and things like that, the most common ones, but I anticipate that I will, because 50-60% of people usually have it, and I don't think I'm a special case here. So yeah, okay, well, good luck everybody, stay safe out there, especially during COVID, and Omicron's coming out. So sorry, Omicron is raging through the country now. I'm in Canada here, and I know in the United States and all over the world it's happening. So please stay safe out there, and wish you all the best. Okay, bye.